welcome to our birthday edition of our food and wine review. Yesterday was Rico's birthday, so we are celebrating today with all of you. Cheers, Rico.
Cheers.
We are at the moment having, oh, that's delicious.
It is very
That's
nice.
Absolutely delicious. We are having an organic rosé from Aldi's.
Correct. It's from Italy actually. It's a spumante, organic spumante from the Asti region of Italy, made with the Moscato grape. In days gone by, most spumantes were sort of a medium or medium sweet, but this is bone dry.
It's absolutely delicious,
Yes.
and you get that
Cream, it's
oh,
creamy,
it's
a lovely wine.
strawberries
Yeah,
and cream.
that's
This wine was introduced to me by my friend Lux and Roses on Instagram. She had tasted it. She says, Andri, you need to taste this wine, and it's absolutely delicious. But it's so delicious that it really does sell out. Okay, we are not talking about this wine, but we thought because it's Rico's birthday, we thought we would have something a little sparkling just to start everything off. Okay, before we get on to the real review, it will be a red wine today. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. A thumbs up is always very much appreciated, and you can also ring our bell whilst you're doing all of that. Okay, Rico, are you ready to cook for your birthday and review?
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Well, welcome back once again. Today we're going to have red wine, as Andri said. It's an Australian red. It's a GSM, a mixture of 3 grapes, Grenache, Shiraz and Mourvèdre. Originally made famous by the French, of course, all French grapes originally. And it was made famous in the Rhone region of France, primarily by Chateau Neuf Du Pape. A lot of you will know the Chateau Neuf Du Pape wines. In the Rhone region, they add up to maybe another 10 or 11 grapes to these 3 to create those blends. This is Australian. The Australians have taken it. Of course, they've made Shiraz their own grape. Shiraz wines and Australia go hand in hand. But this is a GSM. Grenache gives it its lightness, its fruitiness, its acidity. It's probably the lighter of the 3 grapes. Shiraz adds that wee bit more spice and a bit of boldness to it. And the heavier of the grapes is Mourvèdre, and that creates the tannins and that sort of earthy flavour. This one is from McGuigan, you can see that on the label. It's the Shortlist Barossa Valley 2017. The wine is matured first of all in open vats for about 10 days, and then it's followed in American oak for 16 months. It's 14% volume.
Wow.
It has a screw cap, and I think it'll go perfectly with what we're going to cook today.
Before we get on to what we're going to cook today, we were so excited, both Rico and I were so excited when we got a couple of photographs of the meals that you have been cooking. Well, it was lovely to see. It was really lovely to see. The first photo we got was from KB Bud
03, yep.
03, I will put the handles here just in case we're saying them wrong. Look at this, absolutely stunning, wasn't it?
Yep.
Got it to.
It was a Greek chicken, the Greek style chicken. It was really well done, yeah.
And it has the asparagus on the top. We could just see it. It was really. Thank you so much for sending in your photograph, because we absolutely love seeing it. It just makes it worthwhile that, you know, Rico's sharing his knowledge.
These recipes.
We absolutely loved it. The second one we received was from
Georgia with a Y, HR.
Again, I will put the handle on the screen. This was the meal we did last week,
Chicken
wasn't it?
parmigiana, yeah.
Look at it, absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for sending in your photographs. Carry on sending them in. Even if it's just the wine, send them in, and again, we'll share them on the videos because it's just so lovely to see. Okay, Rico, tell us your ingredients today.
Fillet medallions. We have some smoked bacon, shallots, butter, parsley, fresh cream, Savoy cabbage. We have some baby potatoes here, butter. We have this, which is garlic, thyme, parsley, curry powder, paprika, Liam pairings, Dijon mustard, all mixed together.
And this is to make the sauce. So this and the butter is going to get mixed to make your Café de Paris sauce for the steaks.
Correct.
So is this all going to be in the sauce as well?
No. The bacon, the shallots and the butter is for the Savoy cabbage.
Okay.
Some of the parsley I'll use in the potatoes. The fresh cream is also for the Savoy cabbage. The lemon juice I'm going to put in with the butter and this mixture here to make the Café de Paris. Café de Paris is a butter, a compound butter, which is basically butter that's flavoured with other flavours, that was created in the 1940s, and in some of the original recipes there are maybe 20 to 30 different ingredients that go into making the Café de Paris butter. It was originally made for sirloin steak and it would be glazed over the butter over the steak at the end of cooking. And we're making a simplified version.
Okay.
So first of all we're going to take our softened butter. I'll give you all the ingredients in the
description box.
So there's about 8 ounces of butter in there, and we are going to, it's been softened, we are going to whisk that up a little. While that's whisking, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice to that.
While Rico is mixing, our table has been set, so we've decided to eat in the dining room today. There we go.
So we are going to decant the wine through the aerator.
This looks powerful, doesn't it?
Yeah, a nice deep colour. This particular GSM from Australia, I bought this one in Asda. This one is £13 in the British market.
This is what the butter looks like so far. So Rico's now going to add the rest of the ingredients. Normally it would be mixing whilst you're adding this, but just because of the noise we've switched the mixer off.
Remember when we made garlic butter, this is basically the same process, whipping up the butter and then adding your flavours after that. The butter's been whisking for about 10 minutes. We're going to take it out.
Smells lovely, smells like curry.
Well, there's curry in it. So a bit of curry powder. As I said, some of the recipes have got an awful lot of ingredients in them. The original recipe that we used to use had maybe 30-40 ingredients in it. We used to put anchovy essence, orange zest, lemon zest as well, marjoram. Maybe some of the ingredients everybody wouldn't have them in their cupboard, but it can be simplified like what I've done today for the house, and it will be just as good, I think.
Rico is now scooping the mixture out. He's going to sit it in the fridge to cool down. So remember, the butter before it went in had to be at room temperature, and now that the butter has been mixed with all the ingredients, is going into the fridge.
So that's the Café de Paris butter ready now. I've put it in the fridge, and what we're going to do with that, once I've cooked the steaks, we'll glaze that on top of the steaks and put the steaks under the salamander for the butter to melt over them for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, we are going to start by cooking our cabbage. We have some lovely Savoy cabbage here which are shredded down. I'm just going to add this butter to the pan, and we're going to let that melt down.
So you've not heated the pan first?
No, I'll just put the butter straight in.
Okay.
While the butter's melting, we'll just season the steaks. We'll just add a little olive oil.
Salt.
Some coarse salt.
This is the pink Himalayan salt we use, which is what's recommended for the keto diet, which, by the way, all of this is keto friendly.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Don't know about the rosé, but...
So the butter is now melted and you can smell the sort of nutty smell starting to come out of it, so we'll start cooking. And the first thing we're going to add is the smoked bacon.
So this is for our cabbage.
For our cabbage.
You're just going to brown that off before you add the rest, yeah?
Just let some of the flavours of the smokiness of the bacon come out into the butter.
See, I would have probably added...
then we'll add the shallots.
See, I would have probably added the shallots.
The shallots take far less time and they'll add a little bit of sweetness to it. And then we'll add the cabbage. Then we'll add the shallots as well. Not added any seasoning to this at all because we've got the butter in it, salted, and the bacon's got a bit of salt in it.
What about pepper? Would you not add?
I'm going to add pepper once I put the cabbage in and the cream.
Okay.
And then it may need a little salt as well once we taste.
This is absolutely smelling divine ready. So you've just got this on a medium heat just now?
That's correct. I'm not looking for colour here. What I'm looking for is just the flavours to come out of the ingredients that are in the pan at the moment. Now we're going to add the cabbage.
Now remember, Rico tends to use his hands a lot because he's kind of got asbestos hands from years of working in the kitchen. Please use your utensils. I'll just top up the glasses. This is absolutely delicious, this wine. Isn't it, Rico?
Yep. So we've been stirring the bacon and the shallots through the cabbage and sweated it down in the butter. And now we're going to add some wine.
Oh, wine to the cabbage?
Yes.
Alright, okay. You forgot to say that in your ingredients, Rico.
I did. But we're going to add some wine.
Okay. We'll let you off as it's your birthday.
3 fluid ounces.
So it's just whatever wine you've got.
White wine.
White wine.
White wine. And at this point we'll add some black pepper.
And then you're going to taste for salt.
At the end, yes. And we'll put the lid on it and let that cook off for about 10 minutes.
So the pan is now being heated up before adding the steaks. This is cooking nicely.
Cabbage is cooking nicely, yep, absolutely.
That's the pan ready now, the steaks. Turning the steaks over. That's for Lily, by the way. He's cooking a wee bit for our Lily there. And this is being tossed now and again. We stir of the cabbage. Tasting for flavours, now adding the cream. Oh, Rico, that looks delicious. Very similar to the spinach recipe, isn't it?
Correct.
You could do that with spinach. You could also add garlic to it, but because there's so many flavours going on with the steaks, Rico decided not to add any garlic to the cabbage.
Black pepper.
So after tasting, Rico's decided he needs some more black pepper.
And a wee touch of salt.
Now added the other 2 steaks because of course I like mine further cooked on, so that's why mine are put in first and then he adds his. Okay, that's the steaks now cooked. So Rico's going to take them off. Are you just going to rest them now, Rico?
I'm going to rest them for a couple of minutes, Andri.
Just in the oven or just?
Just there.
Just, okay. not in the oven, just in the tray, just to have a little rest. So we're just going to cover the steaks and just leave them there to rest. His potatoes are just going into the same pan that the steaks were just cooked in. Did you parboil these?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Adding some salt and pepper. I can't remember the last time I had a potato.
So as you see, all the cream has been absorbed now, and the cabbage is ready.
So the potatoes are ready, so you basically just threw them in the pan, added some parsley, tossed them in the pan that you had cooked the steaks in, and that's it, because they were already pre-boiled.
Correct. So the steaks have rested, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the butter on them and put them under the grill for a few minutes just to glaze the butter over the steak.
As the steak's now out of the oven, Rico's just adding the cabbage. Oh, smells absolutely divine. Can't wait to get stuck into this. Happy birthday, Rico. Okay. This does feel very official, doesn't it, Rico?
It certainly does.
So we are in our dining room. And Rico is sitting in my seat. Can I just add here, as he's the birthday boy, normally Rico will sit at the other end of the table. We all have our own seats around the dining table, don't we? So Rico is now currently sitting in my seat. This would normally be Kelly's seat.
That's
that
right.
I'm sitting in. Opposite would be Ruth's seat.
And then George would be next to Ruth.
Yeah, and Costa would be here. And the table extends, so we would add the children at the end, and Luke
sit
next to Ruth.
Next to Ruth, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, and we would have a lot of debates around this table.
Great debates.
Amazing debates.
Can I add something to this? I think this is the first time we've ever sat here alone.
Together? I know it's not a thing that we...
Not a thing that we do.
That we do. Anyway, let's review.
Pour the wine.
Let's pour the wine and get onto the wine. So we've got our crystal out. We have our silver cutlery out. The only thing we've not got out is the china. This evening.
Correct. Never mind.
Okay, Rico, tell us about the wine.
It certainly has strong fruit flavours. Plum. The tannins are silky smooth. You've got this after flavour of the earth. It's got a deep, deep flavour. First taste you think there's not much going on here, but then it hits the back of your mouth. It's silky smooth. It is delightful. I'm going to say something else here. I think the wine is maybe just a fraction too cold.
Alright, okay.
Right, yeah. I think the wine needed another 10 or 15 minutes in the ambience of the room just to get to perfection, but it's a very nice wine. Go and have a taste.
Okay. Okay, doesn't smell as full-bodied as it looks.
Well, that's what the Grenache gives it. The Grenache gives it the lightness.
It's a light wine. I thought it was going to be a lot more heavier. The look, the deepness of the colour looks as if it was going to be a heavier wine. And the fact that you said it was 14%.
Yes, but it is a full-bodied wine. But it's when you drink it and you get the different stages of it. You get the lightness, and then this after kick comes in when the tannins. I think it's a lovely wine.
I'm not getting tannins, which I like about it. I'm not getting them that kind of tannins. I like that. It's scary that it's 14% and it feels light. I think it makes it too easy to drink.
Well, it's what I said about it's silky smooth. The tannins
Yeah,
are so silky smooth.
absolutely.
It's the balance of the 3 grapes is spot on.
Okay, I need to taste this because it smells absolutely divine. Oh my goodness. It is absolutely
Should I tuck in here?
delicious. I forgot my napkin
Should I tuck
actually.
in
I'm
here?
not used to having napkins at the table because we're normally eating in the kitchen, but yeah, absolutely.
I'll have a wee
It's
taste as
so,
well.
so tasty. Cheers to your birthday, Rico.
Thank you.
Oh, really? You need to all try this. It is so tasty. You know, it reminds me now as I'm eating this last week. Georgie RH, did you say it was the Instagram name? She was saying in last week's recipe she would add chili in future when she made the recipe, so which is a good idea. And that's the fun thing about cooking. You know, recipes are there to be adapted, and that's the thing I've always said. Like today, you have adapted this recipe, and it's still full of all the flavours. It is, if just in case you're wondering, it is very much a curry tasting flavour on a steak. Would you agree?
I wouldn't go as far as to say curry flavour.
Curry with the flavours without the hotness.
That's right. Well, you can make it spicy as you wish by adding cayenne pepper or chili or whatever you want, or various other flavours. But it's the balance. I think the cafe patty is to get the balance of spice, sweetness, and flavour, and just mellow it out, and you can.
It's absolutely delicious, absolutely. And my steak is cooked to perfection.
It's a lovely bit of beef. Yeah.
I like medium to well, and it's cooked exactly medium to well. And you've managed to cook yours exactly. You like medium to rare. So as you can see, that's how Rico's is cooked, medium. Oops, medium to rare. So. Absolutely delicious. Anyway, cheers and happy birthday, Rico.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for the photographs, and we look forward to more photographs of the meals and the wines that you purchase or cook. And if you would like to see more videos from us, I will link one here. And if you're not already subscribed, just press the A right here, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Cheers.